I could do it because it was something new that I'd never done before. I had dealt with family and friends doubting me for things before. Like I had some family members doubt that I would even pass the police academy. And I actually cried that night when I found out, because I had thought that they were all like supportive of me and I could do anything, but they were like, oh, she's not going to do it. She's not going to make it. You know, she's going to flunk out. And when I heard that, it was like, wow, that's what you guys think of me, you know? So it kind of, again, lit a fire under me. So I said, you know what? I'll show you guys. So I made it my personal business to pass every exam with at least a 90 and above, and to graduate my class and to stand up on that stage and say I did it. And I cried at my graduation. I stood up on stage and I cried. And it was embarrassing in a way because at the academy, you're standing at attention. So you're kind of, you know, it's paramilitary. So you kind of have to, you know, have a straight face and all you see is me standing there and just tears are just running down my face, and the whole crowd is looking at you, and you're like, but they all knew why I was crying. Yeah. You know, it was like tears of joy, tears of relief. So it was probably the most rewarding feeling I had ever felt in my entire life. So one of the things was self-doubt, just the self-doubt and not having the people closest to you support you 100%, where they doubt you because you'd never done anything in your life to make them believe that you could do something like this. And now you finally do it, and it's like, oh, okay, she wasn't playing. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things I had to overcome. Second thing I had to overcome was insecurities. Just, it's a male-dominated field. You know, it's all the big names in the industry are mostly men. So when you look at them and you're like, this tiny little short girl who's, you know, can't even compare to these guys, you know? And who am I to think that I could even be on their level one day, you know? So that insecurity, you know, being a female, being a Black female, hold me back from, you know, my full potential, you know? So that was one of the things I had to. And I would say, I need one more. My third thing. You know what? I don't know if I could think of a third, because those are the two biggest ones. Just the self-doubt and the insecurities, I would say. If I think of a third, we'll circle back to that one. Yeah. But for now, those are the two that I could, yeah.
Okay, so it seems like, you know, when you were going through this, it was really an emotional journey, emotional process. So, you know, and that was part of, like, you know, you said, like, your close people to you. So did you have, like, anybody, like, on your side, or were you basically going through it on your own? And were you doing certain things, like, if you were going through it on your own, to help just continue to push you?
Yes. Well, yes and no. In the beginning, I was doing it on my own because I hadn't told anybody that I was trading. I didn't want them to know. I kept it to myself because here's the thing. I didn't know if I was going to succeed at it. So just in case I was going to quit or fail at it, I wanted to fail by myself. I wanted to fail in the dark. I didn't care if anybody knew. I mean, I didn't want anybody to know, like, let me fail by myself. I don't need an audience to know, you know. And then, because, you know, you talk about it, you better back it up, because they're going to come at you later and say, hey, what about that thing you were doing? Whatever happened to that? You know, and that's another thing they could use against you later and say, well, you did that thing and you quit that. You did this, you quit that. Now you're doing this and you're probably going to quit that too. So I didn't want to give any of the naysayers any ammo to use against me later. So I didn't tell anybody at first. And I just used the need to leave my job as my biggest motivator, because I knew at my job I didn't get much respect at all. I had friends that I saw, you know, getting opportunities that I didn't get, getting perks that I didn't get, you know, things that, you know, they didn't deserve it any more than I did. But at the same time, it kind of made me feel some type of way. And I didn't have any control. I didn't have any control. I was literally at their beck and call. If they wanted me to work on my day off, I had to work. If it was a hurricane outside, I had to be at work. If, everything fell on them and I had no control. So I did not want to feel that anymore. So I used that as a motivator to keep me going. And I used the job. So I did overtime to fund my account. When I was working, I was studying because I was working at nights, and some nights it was quiet, it was slow. So I would sit in my car with my iPad and just studying charts, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos. If I struggled, like when I first started trading, I struggled a lot with support and resistance. So I would watch a ton of videos on support and resistance to try to understand. So I just used every ounce of free time that I had to study. I never studied so hard for anything in my life. I don't know what it was with this, but I did. I had to do it because I didn't want to, I just didn't want to have somebody else control my life like that anymore. So that's pretty much what I did. And a lot of the time I did take a break. I didn't study 24/7. I did take breaks now and then, but I would get so excited when I would finally understand something that I was struggling with. When I finally got support and resistance down pat, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was clowning. I was doing backflips. I was so happy because I thought I was going to conquer the charts now because now I understand support and resistance. You can't tell me nothing, right? And then I got slapped in the face. Like, this is just a start. There's a whole lot more you got to learn. But I would be so motivated. So when I was studying, I had fun. I made it fun to study. It wasn't like a job or something that I felt was tedious or I didn't want to do. I made it really, really fun. And I knew if I could understand this and I could really get this down, I could really make a lot of money with this. So not that I was behind going after the money. I was more going after the challenge of whether or not I could do it. And then if I could do it, how can I take it to the next level? And then when I started, posting about it online and telling my friends, my family and stuff about it, they would tell me, hey, can you teach me? Show me this, show me that. Because it wasn't until I understood what I was doing that I really started telling people about it. And then people were like, well, show me, can you do this, can you do that? So the only reason I actually came out with it, I never wanted to teach or anything. The only reason I came out with the course is because so many people were asking me for it. They were like, oh, do you have a course? Do you have a course? Do you have a course? And, Forex is still very new. It's still in its infancy. Even now, it's still in its infancy. A lot of people don't know what it is. So they don't really know how to go about researching and learning about it. So if you come to them and say, hey, do you know about this? They're going to come to you because they heard it from you. So it's not like, oh, Charlene trades. Let me go look for somebody else who I could probably learn from. They're going to say, no, I heard it from Charlene. I want to learn from Charlene.
Right. Yeah.
So then when I started getting so many requests for it, I'm like, I wonder if I did come out with a course. Maybe I should. And that was the other challenge. Can I actually teach someone? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but am I good? You can be a good teacher, a good trader. Doesn't mean you're a good teacher.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'd never taught anybody anything before, and I didn't think I had a knack for it. But I did it. I just took that leap of faith, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because I'm helping people every day, changing lives every day, blessing people every day, and it's a total joy. It's a total joy, total blessing. I never take it for granted, and we're so blessed to have an opportunity like this because a lot of, especially Black people, we don't get a lot of these opportunities to really outshine and really show what we can do and use a vehicle like this, of something in the financial markets, to actually elevate ourselves to the level of all those other people that are doing other things that are making the kind of money that you can make trading. So it really opens up so many doors, so many opportunities, and the possibilities are really endless for anybody who really wants it. So yeah.
That's dope. So what advice would you give to like people who are working 9 to 5s and they wanted to get into trading, to get that extra money to ultimately, quit their job? What would you tell them?
Get the knowledge first. No matter what, get the knowledge. The money will come second. And by the money, I don't mean the money you make in the market. I mean the money that you can take to invest into actual trading, right? Use your job as a stepping stone. Use it as a means to an end. Don't look at it as, oh, well, I need to do this so I can do this. Because that's gonna bump heads, right? Because you're gonna have your job on one hand, you're gonna have trading on the other. You need your job for now. Trading is undecided, undetermined right now. It's kind of floating in the air right now. But every time you go to trade and you make some money, you're going to be looking at your job sideways. And every time you lose, now you're going to be looking at trading sideways. So you kind of have to find a balance. But you cannot elevate yourself to the point where, oh, I don't need my job anymore. Let me just toss it. You got to have a certain amount of money saved up for a rainy day, because you're going to experience losses. You're going to have losing streaks. You're going to have times in the market where you can't trade. Your pair isn't doing what you wanted to do. The markets are acting funny. You're not finding your setups, or you're going through stuff in your personal life. You know, if you're going through stuff personally, that's the worst time to trade. It is, because your mind is not focused. You're not 100%. You're not seeing things clearly. You're going to break your rules. You're going to do things that you shouldn't do. It's going to cause you to lose. You're more than likely going to lose more than you're going to win. So don't look at the job as a burden. Use it as a stepping stone to get you where you want to get to. If you have to work overtime, if you have to switch over your schedule, maybe I remember I went to nights so that I could trade during the morning. But I would realize when I got home in the morning, I would be up trying to trade New York, and my eyeballs were just burning because I was so sleepy, because I just worked, 10 hours. 10 hours, I get home at 7 in the morning, and I'm, like looking at the charts like this, like headbutting and everything, So I'm like, man, this is not going to work. So I had to find a different way. So then I decided to go to the afternoon schedule. So now I have my entire morning to get up, to trade New York session, and then I would go to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have to kind of use your job to kind of mold trading around your job, not your job around trading. Because in the beginning, you need your job. Your job is your nest egg. That's your bread and butter right now. Keep it, hold on to it, but dedicate as much time as you can to trading. If you work from 9 to 5, when you get off work at 5 o'clock, come home and trade or study from 6 to 8 or from 9 to 11. Whatever you can dedicate to trading, give it as much time as you can, because little by little by little, the knowledge is going to be there. Your confidence is going to go up. The money that you're making is going to go up. And then pretty soon, once you see the progress from your trading, you'll be able to really know when you're ready to leave your job. When you're ready to leave your job, it's not going to be up in the air. It's going to be a definite. You're going to be so sure that you're ready that you're not going to be scared. You're not going to be nervous. You're not going to be like, oh man, what did I just do? Or maybe I shouldn't do this. It's not going to be a question. You're going to be ready to put in your 2-week notice and turn around and walk away without even blinking. That's the power that trading has. And it's going to give you a lot of certainty when you're ready. Because if you're hitting $200 days, $500 days, $1,000 days, or $1,000 weeks, or whatever it is, and you're on a consistent basis, if you're so confident in that, you shouldn't be afraid to leave your job. Because you've put in the time, you've put in the effort, you've put in everything it takes to get you to that point. So now you can confidently leave your job and trade free. And now you're really stress-free now, because you don't have to worry about, oh man, I can trade for this time to this time because now I got to go to work. Or I got to do this, or I got to do that. No. If I have my kids, I can get up in the morning, get my kids ready for school, and take the next 2 hours and trade, and then spend the rest of the day how I want, go pick up my kids at 3 o'clock, and I have the rest of the day to do whatever I need to do. Because leaving your job gives you a sense of freedom that is literally bar none, unlike anything else in the world. Having that freedom is a stress relief, because now the time that you would have spent at your job doing something you probably didn't want to be doing, you could now take that time and be more productive with it. You can go take up a new hobby. You can start up another business, invest your money in other places. There's so much more you can do with time. You can do a lot with money, but you could do a lot more with more time. Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to that. So I would say to everybody, don't use your job as a competition to trading. Use it as an ally for now, and then pretty soon when you're ready to leave, you can leave with a smile, not with question marks.
Yeah. I really love how you broke that down. Thank you. Even having that whole schedule, I feel like that's really important, because people can tell you, oh yeah, just wait till this, but you just really bringing it around, that's definitely going to help a lot of people. Absolutely. Time is everything. You can't get time back. You can make money back all day long, but you can't get your time back. Right. Yeah. So would you recommend people trading with their own money, using prop, transitioning, or does it just depend?
Your own money, all day long. Your own money. Now, being a business owner, rule of thumb, OPS, OPM, other people's money, right? Mm-hmm. That's the rule of thumb with anything. However, when it comes to trading, if you absolutely need to use a prop firm, but you have the skill, do it. Do it. If you don't have the skill, then don't do it because you're going to lose. It's 98% chance you're going to lose, okay? But if you have your own funds and you can build up your own funds, then use your own funds. Because again, trading with the prop firm, you're trading for somebody else. You're working for somebody else. You have another job in a sense because you're managing their money, their funds. They tell you how you trade. Now you got to change your trading style to match their rules because if not, they're going to pull it away from you. But when you have your own account, your own life, you do whatever you want to do with no holds barred, you get to trade how you want to trade with all the freedom in the world. And then on top of that, you're not splitting it with anybody. If you made $1,000, you made $1,000. You didn't make $800 or $750. No, you made your whole $1,000. You can pull out that entire $1,000 and go live your life. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for a payout and potentially trade your profits and potentially give them back to the markets because you're trading somebody else's money. Prop firms are the best thing out there. I wish they were out there when I started trading. They're excellent. They're great. They're not going anywhere. It's an excellent concept for both parties. But at the end of the day, use the prop firm as a means to an end. Start it out, save up a little nest egg, pull out your profits, put it in your own trading account, and trade that. Now you have all the freedom in the world to trade your account however you like. You don't have any daily drawdown rules. You don't have minimum trading days. You don't have to wait 2 weeks to get your money. None of that. Everything is on your time, on your rules. So if the only way I would say get a prop firm is if you absolutely need the money and you just don't have your own, but you have the skill. But if not, don't even look at a prop firm. Just keep studying. Just keep studying.
Cool. So is there a particular way, like, for using a prop firm that you calculate your risk? Or do you just use, like a calculator or something?
They have apps out there. They have a lot of apps that help you calculate risk and stuff, but I'm kind of an unorthodox trader because I don't really trade in percentages. I really don't. I hate math. I'm not good at math. I'm good on math. So when you talk numbers to me and you talk percentages, it's like Chinese to me. I need to hear flat numbers. You know, you're saying to me, Charlene, I don't know, I have $1,000 on my account. How much should I risk on any given trade? Well, that depends. It depends on the type of trader you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? Right? What's your usual risk to reward when you're looking for a setup? Right? What session do you trade? There's so many different variables that come into play. But at the end of the day, it boils down to one formula. How many trades would it take you to blow that account? That's it. Because I can tell you to use a one lot, and you use a one lot, and it's going to take you 10 trades at 10 pips for you to lose that money. Because a one lot is $10. So $10 times 10 pips is $100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So you take 10 trades at 10, you're going to blow that account. So would I recommend you use no. You want to extend it as much as possible. So maybe you want to bust that down to a 0.50, a 0.30, a 0.20 until you get yourself a little more in the account. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to how many trades is it going to take you to blow said account based on how much you have in that account. That's the lot size you need to be using. And what kind of trader are you? What kind of risk trader are you? I am not the person to be asking about risk because I am a heavy risk taker. I've done it all my life. I've taken a risk on business, on endeavors, all kinds of things. So if I have $1,000 in my trading account, I will not lose an ounce of sleep risking 500 on one trade. That's me. You're not going to find success trading that way on the consistent long term. But can it work every once in a while? Obviously, yes. But once you get a certain level of skill under your belt, now it boils down to how much can you risk? How much can you risk losing and be okay with the loss? So risk management is an entire variety, an entire array of things. And it all depends on the individual and your own trading style. Yeah.
That's dope. I like too how you said it depends on what you're willing to risk and all that, because everything depends. Because I feel like sometimes online people can make it seem like it's just one way, but really everybody's different.
Everybody's different. And let me tell you, the big traders out there that are hitting, 30, 40, 50K days, they are not risking 1%. All those other traders, 1%, 2%, 1%, 2%. When I hear that, I'm like,
you're like, no more than 2.
No, because you're not going to make money that way. You're just not. Unless you're dabbling in a 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, $300,000 account, that 1%, 2% nonsense is not going to get you anywhere. You have to be able to risk more to make more. So, not knocking that strategy. I get it. Risk management is important. It's number one. But you're never going to see the type of numbers you want to see big time risking those percentages on those accounts. So if you're not a risk taker and you can't stomach, seeing bigger numbers fluctuate, seeing the bigger drawdown, having the confidence in your setup, it's not going to happen for you. It's not with the account sizes that most people are trading with. It's not going to happen. So.
Yeah. So based off what you said, in your opinion, you think under 50K, like speaking from like a prop firm, let's just say, under 50K, 2% is fine, but anything above that, if you want to see like the good numbers, you got to risk a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing that, I disagree with, because I don't feel like you need a big account to make good money. You give me a $500 account and I could flip that, not saying I could flip it to $1 million, nothing crazy. But I can make decent money from that. Give me 500. I can build it to 550. I can build it to 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500. Pull out 200 here, 300 here, 200 here, 300 here. The money adds up. It adds up. And that's why I don't understand why some people just refuse to trade their own money. They have to go get the prop firm and say, I have to have 50,000. I have to have 100,000. When in reality, you don't have that money. You have whatever your daily or your max drawdown limit is. That's what you have. If you lose that, you don't have anything else. If you have a $100,000 prop firm account and you lose max $10,000, you lose the account. So in reality, did you really have 100,000? No, you only had 10. So if you can have an account and you can do $200, $300, $400, $800 a day on a challenge account that you're trying to pass, why can't you do that on your own account? Why? Just because you have more leverage, bigger numbers to play with, doesn't mean you can't. You have the skill to do it. So take $500 of your own money. Try to do the same thing. If that's the case, put those same risk parameters on yourself, on your own account. Say you can't lose more than 10% of this money. You can't go over more than 5% drawdown. And see how quickly. Do it for yourself. If you can do it for somebody else, do it for yourself. Take that money, grow it, build it, gradually grow it. Now, if you want to take it in, okay, you want to go blow it or whatever, that's fine. Whatever you want to do with it. But at least you know you could do it. At least you know you could do it. And at the end of the day, you don't need a prop firm. What if all the prop firms disappear tomorrow? Now what? Are y'all going to sit back and say, okay, I'm not trading anymore? What are you going to do? You're going to take your money, you're going to go fund some broker's account, and you're going to trade it. Because now you don't have a prop firm anymore. Now you got to trade your own money. So you're going to take that same skill and put it towards your own efforts. That's the part that I'm seeing a lot of people just are not grasping. The same, if you have a $100,000 challenge account and you made $10,000 to pass that challenge, could you imagine if you did that for yourself? And that's not a challenge. That's your money. You can go withdraw that now. Now, okay, let's bust it down. Well, I don't have $100,000, so I wouldn't make $10,000 in the account. Okay, let's say you had 1,000 or 2,000. Some people have that. You mean to tell me you can't make $200, $300, $400 a week and watch it stack up and gradually compound your account? You can do it, because if you could do it for the prop firm, you could do it for yourself. That's it. So that's my thoughts on that. So prop firms, yes, I stand behind them. I actually just partnered up with one, and prop firms are great. I think they're an excellent vehicle. But do I think they should be the last resort for traders? No. At the end of the day, trade your own money. Trade your own money.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you said if they were to go to prop firms, it would mainly be for if they needed the money?
Yeah. If they absolutely needed it and they don't have their own. They just don't have it. Let's say, you work a 9 to 5, you got 3 kids, your rent is high, whatever the case, and you just don't have that extra disposable money to dedicate to trading in fear of losing it. Now, okay, I have the skill. I just cannot, give this money. My kids got to eat. My car got to get paid. I got to have this savings. Go get the prop firm. Go get the prop firm. That way, all of the risk is on them, and all you got to do is trade. That's it. So that's my outlook on it. Yeah.
So what has been like your proudest moment in trading?
Oh, wow. My proudest moments? I think all the people I was able to help. That's definitely my proudest moment, I would say. And that's not even one moment. That's a lot of different moments, I did a one-on-one just today, right before this podcast with a gentleman. And he was so grateful for the help I was giving him just on the one-on-one. He was like, I'm getting your course. I'm getting your course, because I just blew his mind with the information that I gave him on the one-on-one. It was just a one-on-one. But the thing is, I don't hold anything back. I am completely transparent with everything that I do. On my live trade sessions, there is nothing that I'm doing on there that I'm not showing. What I'm doing every morning by myself, when I was trade by myself, is exactly what I do on there. I don't hold things back. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't say, well, you want to know this? You need to pay me for it. I put it all out there. Now, whether or not you understand it is on you. Now, if you want to learn more about how to comprehend it, now you can come to me and I can help you with that. But other than that, if you're a profitable trader, or you're even halfway profitable, and you watch me trade and you watch what I do, you don't need my course. You don't need anything. I put it right in front of you, right in front of everybody for them to have. So I think I get a lot of gratitude. I get a lot of gratification out of that, because I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. I live my life by those things. And I feel like everything that you put out into the universe, eventually it's going to come back to you in some way, some shape, some form. So I try to be as good as I can and put out as much information and put out as much value as I can, because I know that it's going to come back to me. It may not be monetarily. It may not be in the form of, whatever. But a blessing is going to come to me from that. Because I'm able to help this person out when maybe nobody else would. You know what I'm saying? I was in that position at one point, like, man, yeah, I got these mentors, but I can't get a hold of them for the life of me. I bought their course, I'm doing this, and I can't even get no help. And it's like, so when I saw that, I was like, if I ever become a mentor, and I had my course, so when I first started, I wasn't looking at teaching at all. But when I fell into it, I said, all of the issues and pitfalls that I dealt with on my journey, I want to eliminate all that for everybody else coming up. Eliminate all of that. So if you can't get a hold of your mentor, I want to be a mentor you can get a hold of. If you can't get a one-on-one and you're scared because they only do group sessions, and you're scared to ask a question because you feel like a dummy, or you're embarrassed to ask that question for whatever reason, now you can get an intimate session with your mentor, and it's just one-on-one. You don't got to worry about 10 other people listening to you ask this question that you should probably already know the answer to. So all the things that people struggle with, getting the runaround, all the fluff that's involved in the course. I bought a course once. I kid you not. This guy had a course. It had about maybe 20 different sections in it, and which is not bad. It's a typical Forex course. Every section had about 8 subsections in it. And I remember in his fib section, and I hated indicators in the beginning, he had a fib section that had maybe like 15 different sections on it. And I'm like, and each video was like 2 hours.
Okay.
So I'm like, I said, okay, I see where this course is going. And I never finished it. I got through maybe the first, 10 videos. I could not understand nothing this guy was talking about. I was like, oh no. And then the entire course was centered around like indicators. So I'm like, I didn't know how to use the indicator. I didn't know nothing. All he showed was how to use it on the chart, but he didn't really show how to really use the indicator on its own to know how to even place it on the chart. So I'd be like, he's placing it here and here, but why? Why is he placing it there? How come he didn't place it here? Or what does this mean? What does that mean? So I was completely lost. So I said, you know what? No one's going to buy my course and say, oh, Charlene's course had 18,000 sections in it and this thousand, and I never, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm going to give you exactly what you need. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, and I'm going to make it simple. I take a course that's this much information and I simplify it into this much information. To where a 5-year-old child can understand the basics of how to trade without having to know all the secrets of the universe. So that's what I wanted to do. So I stress people getting multiple courses because you learn differently from different people. You'll get different nuggets from different people. So you want to get as much information as you can from as many places as you can, because at the end of the day, you're going to put it in your own style. You're going to put it in your own way, and you're going to form it in a way that makes sense to you, and you're going to use it to trade how you want to trade. So, so absolutely, I stress that 100%. So,
yeah. Okay, so when it comes to that, because some people can do that and then they get lost in the sauce on like what strategy to use. Do you feel like that just comes back on like, okay, say you can get all these courses, but whatever you gravitate towards most, that's the one that you kind of try to master on your own?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You never really know which style you're going to grasp to.
Right.
You're going to gravitate to. Because believe it or not, when I first started trading, I didn't even know there was scalping. I thought the only thing that existed was catching big moves like this. So I'm like, damn, like, so I got to get in this move and I got to hold it for a day or two? Like, what if I want to, I didn't know you could, I just did not know you could do that. So when I discovered you could scalp, you could get in and get out, I never looked back. I never looked back because I was like, why expose myself to this much risk? Why sit in the market and see my profit go from here all the way back down here, hoping it goes back up here? It didn't make sense to me. So when I found out that you could scalp, I mean, that's the greatest. I wouldn't have found that out if I didn't buy another course. All the courses I had gotten up to that point, they all focused on indicators. They all focused on intraday or swing trading. None of them even mentioned scalping in the course. And it just so happens that the last course that I bought, the very last one, which happened to be an in-person, mind you, it wasn't even a course, it was an in-person class. That's when I found out scalping. And had I stopped buying courses and just stuck with that, I'm not saying I never would have found it, but I wouldn't have found it at that point in time. And maybe I could have quit, could have maybe gave up. Because at that time, swinging and intraday trading, I hated it. I was like, man, if this is what it is, I don't know. So you definitely want to buy different courses. You learn differently from different people. You're going to get, as much information as you can get it. Invest the money, invest the time. At the very least, you tried. You could say you tried. You don't want to say, well, I was too cheap to buy this. Or I was too stingy to do this. If this is something you really want, you're going to stop at nothing to get it. Yeah.
Okay, I got about a couple more questions. We've been talking for an hour, but this is a great conversation.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so regarding scalping, do you feel like anybody can scalp if they put their mind to it, or do you feel you got to be a certain type of person? Of course, lifestyle, but just general view.
Yeah, I think you have to be a certain type of person because I've seen people that swear by swing trading and they love it. They love it. So I think you have to be a certain type of person to scalp because some people, scalping is very fast paced. You gotta be ready to hit that buy, hit that sell when your move is about to take off or you're gonna miss it. So you have to have that type of temperament, that type of personality to withstand all the stresses that come with scalping because scalping, it can be stressful. So I think you have to be the type of person to like scalping. Now the type of personality it takes, I would say you have to be extra patient and extra confident. You have to be a very self-assured person because for you to do a breakdown, take a setup and say to yourself, this move is going to hit my TP up here, which is about 756.18 pips away. And it better hit every single pip or I'm not closing out. you gotta be, that's a different type of person right there. And for you to watch it go from, let's say, I don't know, 500 pips in profit to all the way down to, I don't know, 150, and say, nope, I'm not closing. You know why? Because I know it's going to hit that point up there. So I'm going to sit here. I don't care if it takes 2 weeks. It's going to go up there and hit that. You got to be a special type of person to trade like that. So, but there's people out there that do it. There's people out there that do it. So I would say it just has to be in your personality. That's all. So, but you got to try both to know which one you like most.
Right. Yeah. You never know until you try.
You never know. Exactly.
Yeah, because I tried scalping, and for me, I don't know. For me, it gives me anxiety.
Ooh.
Like, okay, I don't know about this one.
I get a high from scalping. I get a high from it, baby. I'm on cloud 9 when I'm scalping. I love it.
I wish I did. Because I usually, when I trade, I usually hold for like a day or two. That's me.
Wow.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's what I be talking about. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Nah, me and you, we would not get along on the charts because I am not about that life.
So I saw too, you mostly trade, do you trade like, was it AUD?
Yeah.
USD and US30?
I recently started trading US30. Yeah, I traded it once before, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And then I took this one major loss on it, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. So I stopped trading it then. I took like a $2,000 loss at the time. And at the time, I wasn't, balling like that. I was like, I needed that money. And when I lost that money, I was like, oh, no, nah, this is not the pair for me. Because I think I lost it in like 30 seconds on a move once. It was nothing.
Okay.
So I said, I was definitely over leveraging, and I ended up losing it. So that wasn't for me. But yeah, I've recently started trading US30. Gold was really my main pair. Gold really is my main pair. The reason why I started dabbling in like GU and AU was because I have my signal group. So because sometimes gold wouldn't give me the setup that I needed, and I was going like 2, 3, 4 days without giving a signal sometimes. And people are very impatient. They don't really understand. Like, you have to wait for a setup. You can't just enter a trade every day. And they're not trying to hear that. They pay money every month. They want a signal, win or lose. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to look at other pairs, because on the days that gold doesn't give me my setup, maybe this other pair will give me a setup, and I could then send a signal out. But I live by trading 1 to 2 pairs. That's it. Trading more than that, you're kind of stretching yourself thin, and you might end up over trading because you're always going to see a setup. You're always going to see a setup. You're always going to want to get in on something. So the less pairs you look at, the less opportunity you give yourself to see plenty of setups in the market, and then the less inclined you are to want to take a move. So, yeah, rule of thumb, 1, maybe 2 pairs as a backup, max 3. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. And that patience part is important too. I think that's important for everybody to know. You're not always going to have a setup, and it's okay.
Exactly. But the newer people, the greedier people, they don't get it. They see you making money, and they're like, no, you need to be hitting it every day. Every trade you hit, we want to hit it too. That's how they see it. They don't care if you were sitting in all types of crazy drawdown. They just see the profit. So yeah, that's what that was. But at the end of the day, if you want to be profitable, you really only need 1 pair. That's all you need. You can make just as much on 1 as you can make on 5. So, yeah.
Okay, so since you recently quit your job, so what really, you say you be confident, like, you put in that 2 weeks notice and you know that this is it, you're not looking back. So what really got you to that point? When we was talking about risk, was it as you built like your confidence and your risk tolerance was up? Just continuing to do that and balance everything? What were the key indicators that really,
Well, for the most part, I was already making enough money to where I didn't need my paycheck anymore at work. So I kept my job for like personal reasons, because I needed it for like my real estate deals and stuff like that. Certain things that you do in the business world, for whatever reason, they have more confidence in you having a 9 to 5. You could have $500,000 in the bank. They don't care. They want to know, oh yeah, your business did these numbers, but what if you hit a rough patch? Now you don't have that guaranteed money coming in, but you have a 9 to 5 that you've been at for 5 years. That's more guaranteed to us than your business. So I kept my job for other reasons, but I was ready to leave like maybe a year and a half ago. And I was actually supposed to leave in November. I was supposed to leave last November, right before the holidays, because I like being off for the holidays. and I was supposed to leave, but I was at work one day, and I have other businesses that I do. So I'm on the phone at my job, and there was a gentleman that I wanted to set up a meeting with. And he's only in Florida a handful of times out of the year. And he was like, listen, can you meet with me today? Because that's the only time I can meet you, and I'm about to catch a flight out of here. And I was like, oh, man, I'm at work right now. I get off at so-and-so time. Can I meet with you after that? He's like, nah, I'm leaving. So I ended up missing the meeting with him, and I wasn't able to get, but that was an opportunity for a business venture that could have been very lucrative for me, but I couldn't do it. So now I'm like, and I hang up with him, and I'm sitting in my car, my police car, and I'm livid, because I'm like, man, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I here? And I said, that's it. I wasn't going to make any more excuses. I was going to figure it out. Because I was missing out on opportunity. This job was costing me money now. Now it was one thing that I was making money trading and doing my other stuff, but now my job I was making money from every 2 weeks is costing me money, and it's costing me more money than I make at this job. So I said, you know what? Nah. So I literally quit that day. It was in the middle of my shift. I had maybe 4 hours left of my shift, and I called my supervisor and I told him, I need to go to the station. And I went in there and I put in my resignation right then and there. And that was it for me. I never looked back, and that was the proudest moment of my life, I would say. One of the happiest moments of my life, because it was it. That was it. That little bit of fear, that little bit of doubt that I had in myself, I just ignored it. And I'm very close to my mom, and I had been telling my mom that I wanted to leave for months, and she wasn't trying to hear it. And my mom is one of the only people on earth who really knows how much money I make. And she was like, no, come on. What about your pension? What about your health insurance? What about this? She's thinking about all the stuff that people think about who have that 9-to-5 mentality. And mind you, my mom is an entrepreneur herself, which is why I really couldn't understand it. But I had to make a believer out of my mom too with trading, because my mom doesn't really see trading as a real thing. She sees it as like gambling, So it's like, even now when she talks to me, she's like, hey, did you win a bet today? I'm like, it's not a bet, Mom. Well, you're gambling, aren't you? I'm like, no. So every time she talks, she's like, you want to bet? Did you win a bet? Did you win a bet? So like, it's not a bet. So she really doesn't see it that way. So so I thought to call her. I thought about calling her right before I was going to walk in there. And I said no. Because if I call her, she's going to talk me out of it. And I'm not going to do it. So I didn't call her. I actually left my phone in my car so I wouldn't get the urge to even text her about it. And then I walked up there and I just left. I left that day. I was actually going to leave the month prior because we had, I'll tell you a quick story. We had a situation once. I came into work late. I was late that morning. And I didn't get to work till like 10. And it was pouring rain that day. It was raining cats and dogs. I did not want to come to work because it was raining so hard. I don't even know how I made it to work because it was raining so hard you can't even see in front of you. The wipers wasn't doing nothing. So I get to work, and as soon as I get to work, I find out that there's this emergency scene going on because another officer got punched in the face by a homeless guy, and the homeless guy took off. So when an officer gets hurt, they like immobilize everybody. Everybody that's in the area, come now because we coming to get this guy. So everybody is on perimeters. They got streets blocked off everywhere. And I'm like, damn, like, I would have came in later if I knew this was what it was going to be, you know? So I get there, and I was upset because when I had got there, all the other officers that were there had already had their post. So everybody that's blocked off on the street already has their post, and they just stand there and wait until they tell us to leave. But when I got there, they actually were looking for officers that were free to actually do a foot search looking for this guy. And so they had the K9 people out there, the helicopters flying and everything. So it's a whole chaotic scene. And when I got there, I radio in, I tell them I'm here. Oh, officer so-and-so, get over here. We need you to do this. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I had just got my hair done. I did not even feel like coming into work. It was pouring rain out there. I get out there and they put me with the units that have the dogs that are sniffing to find the guy. Mind you, it's raining. So if there is a sense, it's gone now because it's pouring so hard. So I'm like, why do they have us out here? Like, it's pouring rain. That homeless people run quick. That dude is gone. Okay? We ain't gonna find him. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all got us out here like this? And I was livid. I was so mad. I was so upset because I'm like, Charlene, why are you out here right now? It is pouring rain. The officer wasn't even hurt that bad. He got punched in the face. Okay, big deal. He's okay. He's not dead or anything. He's not seriously injured. We can't find the guy. It's pouring rain. Can you just let us go out and buy it? And I remember when it was over, I was soaked. My shoes were soaked. I had a raincoat on. That rain didn't care. That was a different type of rain that day because I was soaked from head to toe, literally. And mind you,
hair?
Yes, my hair, everything was soaked. And the thing about it is, mind you, my shift had just started. So I still had a whole 8 hours to go. Yes, in that wet clothes because I never. They tell us to bring extra uniforms, extra shoes and stuff. I never did. I ain't got time for that. So I wish I did that day because I could have changed, but I didn't. I had to go through the rest of my shift soaking wet. And I remember calling my mom that day, and I'm sitting in my car when it's all said and done. Mind you, we didn't find the guy. We were out there for about maybe 4 hours. 4 hours looking for this guy, and it didn't stop raining not one bit. For the entire 4 hours.
Like more than 4 hours.
Yes. And I'm walking around and I was livid. So I get back in my car when we're done and I'm talking to my mom. Like, Mom, I was so mad I almost started crying because I'm like, Mom, I don't want to be here no more. This sucks. You don't believe this. And she's like, okay, I know you're mad. It's okay. It's going to be all right. I did not care. I was ready. I was going to quit that day. That day, it was my mom that was like, Darlene, okay, it's okay. So I ended up staying. I didn't leave. But that was just a month prior. That was only a month prior. After that, I was out of there. So when I thought about calling her when I was going up there, I said no. Because she's going to talk me out of it. So I said no. I went up there. And I was done. Best day of my life. Never looked back.
What did she say when you told her?
She didn't believe me. She was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't quit. No, you going to work tomorrow? You go to work. I was like, no, Mom, I quit. I showed her. I was like, Mom, I showed her the letter. I showed her everything. And she just looked at me and she's like, Charlene, are you serious? Did you really do that? I was like, yes, I did. And she was like, I can't stand you. And then she gave me a hug. She said, I love you. I want you to be happy. Let's go. After that, smooth sailing.
I love how she still supported you, though. That's good.
Yeah, she did. She would go crazy and give me a whole lecture. This time, she just looked at me and said, all right, I love you. I want you to be happy. And that was it. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so last question. What would you say, like, about getting in trading communities? Because I feel like as a trader, people who don't trade, they don't understand. So when it comes to connecting with other people, how do you go about that?
I think it's needed because, first of all, trading is lonely. It is borderline. If we didn't make as much money as we did, it'd be borderline depressing. Okay, because not only are you losing, but you by yourself.
Right.
So I think a community is very important. I think it's needed. I think it's needed because you need somebody to vent to about things. You need somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of. I have plenty of friends online, on Instagram, my family who trade and stuff. And I like trade talk. I like talking about even a loss. I like talking about it. You know, I don't mind it. It's kind of gives you a sense of community, sense of camaraderie. And then you could kind of lean on other people too, because you're not the only one going through it. You know, somebody else is dealing with the same thing, and you guys could be each other's kind of support system in a sense. When you have somebody that's, let's say they're down and out, you know, they're constantly losing, they're not, you know, progressing as much as the next person. Having someone there to encourage you, to keep you going, to motivate you, to tell you, hey, it's okay, I've been there, keep at it. You know, oh, you know what, maybe you should try this, maybe you should do that. You know, we need that. We all need somebody, you know. So when you're going through something by yourself, it's that much harder. Unless you're a super strong person you got all types of self-motivation. That's one thing. But the average Joe is not like that. We all need somebody to lean on every once in a while. You know, even the best traders, the best entrepreneurs, the best athletes, everybody needs somebody. Because you can't be strong 100% of the time, all the time. You know, you're going to have your days where you want to cry. You have days where you blew an account, or you broke some rules, or, you know, you lost money that you weren't supposed to lose. You know, you traded when you weren't supposed to trade. And then you have life things that happen off the charts. You know, I have people that trade that have kids, you know. Imagine you're trading with another mother who just had a baby or something. Now you guys can, oh man, girl, I had a baby last night, and this and that, or my husband had to work, and girl, you caught that trade today? Yeah, what about this? Oh, I'm having problems with my husband. Oh, really? Now the trade talk gets tabled. Now we're talking about the issues you're having with your husband and the baby and stuff. Now you guys can kind of be each other's support system. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have that sense of community, that, you know, camaraderie, that partnership, it's tough. It's tough to really stick it out, which is, I don't know how I made it, because in the beginning I was by myself for a long time. It was a while before I told anybody. So I was taking my L's in silence. I was crying in silence. You know, I was blowing accounts in silence, you know. So some people have it, some people don't. But you got to keep your circle tight, because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not going to be happy for you. Everybody is not going to understand what you're going through. You know, they might look at it as, you gambling, you need to quit that. You know, and the next person might be like, okay, they understand what you're going through because they trade, but they ain't going to tell you to quit. They're going to tell you to, you know, persevere. You know, so it depends, you know, who your circle, the people you have around you are so very important to whether or not you make it in anything in life, because your circle has a big influence over your life. You know, if you're going to level up and you're going to be a success in life, you got to be around people that emanate that type of stuff. But if they're always talking about negative stuff, or they're always gossiping, or they're talking about being broke, or they're talking about this or that, stuff that's not going to get you anywhere to closer to your goal, that's going to hold you back. That stuff, it seeps into you whether you know it or not. So if you choose to be around that type of stuff, you're gonna slow down your process. But if you know, I'm not saying to cut people off or whatever that, but you have to put yourself in situations that elevate you and help you get to the level you want to get to. You know, in the trading game, I want to see myself in rooms with people who are making more than me, who got more things going on than me, who can inspire me, who can motivate me, who can help me with different things. You want to be in places that you can help too, but at the same time, you have other people that are inspiring you to be better, and then to eventually pay it forward to help somebody else level up as well. So your circle is very important. So I think community is important, especially in trading, because nobody understands traders like traders. Only we speak our lingo. Only we know what it really is. So it's like a little secret society in a sense.
It really is.
You know?
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Community is definitely important. So I 100% support it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So last question, where do you see yourself like a year from now? What's your goal, like your yearly goal?
Oh man. Well, personally, I'd like to be like in a relationship with kids. I really want kids now. But other than that, I don't know. I see myself as one of the top female influencers in Forex. I would like to be that. That would be amazing. But aside from that, I don't really care for all that other stuff. I just want to be the best Charlene I can be. Because I know I done been through enough in this life that I deserve happiness. God damn it. You know? So that's my goal, is to just try to be as happy as I can be. Because at the end of the day, money can't buy happiness. Catching a big move can't buy happiness. 1,000 likes on a picture can't buy happiness. True happiness comes from within and everything you have around you. So if I'm going to pour into the people that pour into me, and I'm going to continue putting good vibes out there and hope that it all comes back to me in some way, shape, or form. That's all.
Yeah. And you'll get all that. You said you did want kids, or you don't want kids?
I do.
Oh.
I do.
How many kids you want?
At least 2, boy and a girl. I'd like a boy and a girl, and then I'm good.
What if you have a boy and a boy?
I might try for a girl. I might, because I want a little me, you know? I want a little me running around.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much much. We're going to end the call here because we were talking about it's been an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's so amazing.
Thanks so much. This is amazing. This was a great interview. Definitely. Where are you gonna work? Where am I gonna see this? On YouTube or?
Yeah, on YouTube, and then I'm also gonna get some shorts created.
Okay.
So we're gonna get some clips out of it and to post on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ayana. I appreciate it so much.
All right, thank you, of course, and we should connect. Outside of this.
Yes, of course, we can do that. Definitely. I love meeting other traders, especially other female traders. So let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it. I might do a little female trader retreat. And
no.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have all the girls come out and we can stand up for the girls out there. So yeah.
I'm actually thinking about going to the East Coast because I'm tired of I'm in California. I'm in LA.
Oh, nice.
I'm just tired of waking up early.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like for me it'd be extra because it's I like to start working out in the first in the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
To hit New York. New York starts at 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Okay.
So then it's I gotta do all this way before.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll let you know once everything is up too.
Sounds good. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
All right, of course. Thank you.
All right, sweetheart. Have a good one.
You too.
Recording.
Hey, everybody. What podcast was that? I'll give you. I forgot the name. I have to look it up on my IG. On my IG DMs because it's in there. I forgot the name, so sorry, guys. Hey guys. Hey, you guys ready to go live again tomorrow? Did you guys see what US 30 did? US 30 just dumped on us, and I completely missed that entire move. Couldn't believe it. If y'all would have kept me on the charts for just, 30 minutes more, we would have caught that move together too. Because I would have took it. I would have took it. So yeah, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of that podcast that's going to be coming out soon. Should be pretty cool. Loved it. Yeah. You guys can watch the full one when it comes out. I only showed you guys a piece of it. So. I missed it, Charlene. Please post. Yeah, I'm going to post this one, but the full one is going to come out on YouTube. So you might want to look out for that one. The full one is where you guys really want to see it. So. Any talk about taxes and trading? Any advice? Ask me that on the live tomorrow, and I'll show you guys the YouTube that I showed everybody on a guy who trades, and he's also a CPA. Can we trade well without laptops and big screens? I doubt it because you need to be able to see everything, see the entire chart. You feel me? You are so gorgeous. Oh my God. Thank you. You guys caught US 30 without me. Congratulations. I watch you on my overnight shift on YouTube all day. Oh, nice. Your mom said you better learn how to cook for your husband. I know how to cook. I don't know how to cook like her. But I can cook. Charlene finally spilled the beans on her relationship status. Yep. A laptop would be good, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Laptop is fine. That's what everybody's been using. Yeah. Great interview. Yeah, wait till you guys see the whole thing. Wait till you guys watch the whole thing on YouTube, guys. What advice for a medical student who is struggling with trading? Medical student, wow. That's tough. I wouldn't mix medical school with trading. That's a lot to take on at one time. You might want to finish medical school and then trade, or I don't know. It's a lot. Female retreat, yes. A female, that was a really good idea. I think we should, I'm going to try to put that together. I don't know, pick a spot. You can see the passion you have in that interview. I loved it. Oh, thank you. I am very passionate, definitely, about a lot of things. So keep doing what you're doing. I will. With you guys supporting me, I definitely will. So how were you able to work full-time and trade? Were the hours flexible? What did your schedule look like? Yes. I only worked 4 days a week, so 10-hour shifts. So I was able to study a lot and stuff. Hey, Freddie, how are you? I want in on that all-women retreat. I don't know. You might have to wear a wig to come out there. I bet all the guys on this live right now want to get in on that female retreat. Oh, my God. Hilarious. What's the largest trade you caught? About 100 pips. I caught 100 pips on GJ once. Definitely a couple hundred on gold. And that move on US 30, that was the biggest move I ever caught on US 30 the other day. What do you think about trading gold and GJ at the same time? That's fine. Raja does it. I mean, they're both hard pairs, so be careful. But yeah, you can do it. If we purchase your course, do you live session with us? It doesn't come with the course. It's separate. But if you guys apply for the live sessions, the private live sessions, you should, and you get access, you'll be able to do it. I'm getting your course soon. Awesome. Can't wait to have you. Skills with little capital, would it produce good results? You can grow. If you have the skill, you have everything you need. I love your personality and your positivity. Thank you. I totally pay for a women's trader retreat. We're going to put that together. I'm going to try to put something like that together because that would be amazing. Keep on inspiring us. I love how active you are with your followers. I feel like I know you personally. Yes. That's how it should be. We're all a family on here. We're all on this journey together. We might not know each other, but we're all on this journey together to some degree. We all go through it together every day. When we take losses, when we win, when we, struggle with understanding something, we all went through it. We're all going through it to some degree, So you're not in this alone. We're all in this together. Hi from Argentina. Hello. How long did it take for you to have your aha moment? When did it click? About 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years. How do you trade while going through a breakup? Don't. Please, for the love of Christ. Don't. Just don't do it. I went through it. It sucks. If you go through a breakup, just don't get on the charts. Don't do it to yourself. Please, you're going to lose. Major areas to grow on this year. Major knowledge areas. Is that a question? I don't know. Do you think it's possible to be afraid of success? Absolutely. But it's not that you're afraid of success. It's that you think you don't deserve it. You absolutely do. You deserve it just as much as the next person. So don't be afraid of it. Do we get one-on-one sessions with the course? Okay, Joe Portillo, please go to my website, click on the link in my bio, and go through the information because you're asking me questions that are already answered there. Okay? Please and thank you. How much do your signals cost? Same thing. Go click on the link in my description in my bio, and it's all there. I freaking love you. You're so bomb. Love you back. Love you back, girl. And your signals, do you send them out at the same time as you do on YouTube? Yes, I do. How many trades should a scalper take a day? 1 to 2, max. How do you grow without much support, especially without financial support? That's very hard. You're going to have to find support somewhere or find it within yourself. It's not easy, but it can be done. I really hope you make it to FX Summit to meet you and Q and Anthony. I'll be there. We'll all be there. We'll be there.
Hoping to join you soon. Awesome. From the Caribbean. Nice. You should put $100 and see how much you can flip it in a month. It'll be some good content. $100 is no money. That's nothing. It's very hard and very tedious to grow a very small account like that. So chances are you guys will probably never see me take $100 and try to grow it. I just don't have the time or the patience for that. I've never even deposited less than $500 in my account when I was trading. Never. I always deposited $500 or more. You are a blessing to so many people. Very interesting to watch your live. Thanks, guys. What was the aha moment? What video were you looking at? It wasn't one thing. It was everything. Everything that I've been studying for the last 2 years. Learned supply and demand in 3 months, became profitable. Facts. Supply and demand is huge. Advice for break-even traders, keep going. You're a lot further than a lot more people. You're break-even. A lot of people are losing. How about $1,000? Is there a question there? It just says, how about $1,000? There's no question. Yeah, but this was fun, though. I had a busy day today, guys. Let me tell you guys. Super, super busy. One-on-ones. The live session this morning. The podcast. I had to run out and do something earlier. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Let me tell you guys. When you blew your account so many times, how did you overcome the feeling of giving up? Because I realized that I could have won. Even though I lost the trade, I could have won if I just had a little bit more information at my disposal. So just try to remember that every trade you lose, every account you blew, are trades that you could have won if you did one or two things differently. If you waited on one more candle closure, if you didn't over leverage, if you didn't over trade. It's always something you could have done differently where you could have had a different outcome. So once you clean up your discipline, you get your psychology down, you will see a big difference in your trading. Trust and believe, okay? So you can't just give up because you're blowing accounts. You're blowing accounts for a reason, for something you're doing wrong. It's not the market, it's you. So figure out what it is you're doing wrong and stop doing it or change it, fix it. Okay? What's your first pair that you trade? What do you think which pair is good for beginning people? USD pairs. So AUD, USD, EUR USD, GBP USD, UJ is good, USD JPY. Those are good beginner pairs. What is the max lot size you've ever traded? A 50 lot on AU. I took a 50 lot on AU once. That was insane. Trust and believe. I closed out at like 10 pips, I think it was. Not even. I was out of there, in and out. That was in response to you saying you wouldn't do $1,000 challenge. Yeah, 1,000 is still small. 1,000. I think I would do 1,000, but I've already done it. I took a $400 account to 6,000. Go to my YouTube channel and you'll see it there. And I did it on 0.05, 0.30s, and 1 lots. So it wasn't a lot. I did it in a week. I took $400 to $6,000 in 1 week. Guys, go look at that video on my YouTube. It's in the thumbnail. How did you really read and gather knowledge? I studied. I'm in love. Cool. What's the time and the state you're in right now? It is 7:39 p.m. How did you manage being a cop and trading at the same time? Time management. It wasn't hard. I use your videos, but I trade options instead. I don't understand Forex terminology like lot size and pips, but it's something you can understand. If you can trade options, you can trade Forex. Same thing. It's just a different instrument. How's life been for you outside of all the trading and investments? Are you enjoying yourself? It's been really good. It's been excellent. Total blessing. What's the best way to learn fundamentals? Study and analyze how the market moves when news events happen and all that kind of stuff. Or find a very good fundamental trader and ask them to be a mentor. Have you ever collabed with Jessica Lane? You are both top women traders in the game. Nope, never collab with her. This morning's live was insane. Yes, it was. Do you have any courses you recommend for learning fundamentals? No. I don't know too many fundamental traders. I know one. I know James Storms is a fundamental trader, I think. I think he's the only one I know that trades fundamentals. I don't know too many traders that trade fundamentals. They're out there. But I'm not familiar with them. You are my queen. You are my queen also, my dear. Winners never quit. Facts. The only way to win is to keep going. You're so right. That's how I feel. That's why I keep going. Yep. Do we apply fundamentals? No. I just don't trade when news is coming out. What's your perspective on holding past your 1-to-1 or your personal goal for the day? Just leave a runner. Secure what you came to get, and then leave a runner if you have to. Otherwise, get what you came to get and get off the charts. Come back tomorrow and do it all again. Do you journal your trades? Some of them. I've been journaling my US 30 trades lately. But all the other pairs, not too much anymore, because I'm very familiar with them. What up? What do I have to learn in order to understand the language used to follow signals? Go to babypips.com. When is your next in-person class? Not sure if I mentioned it. I haven't set a date yet. I haven't even started putting the infrastructure together for that yet, but I will soon. Precise risk management and entries. What did you study? Which were the most effective? Guys, I just studied courses, guys. That's it. I studied courses. Oh, my hand is itching. Gonna get some money? Yep, tomorrow. We're gonna make some money tomorrow, okay? I don't suggest any books, guys. No books. I did not read any books when I was trading. I only read the Candlestick Bible. That's it. I didn't read any books on trading. What is the best candle formation when entering a trade? How long have you been trading? 5 years. Is indices good for beginners? Absolutely, positively not. Why FX over options? Also make more day in the life videos if you got more free time. My video guy has been MIA. That's the reason why you guys don't see more videos coming out lately. I'm about to call him. After I get off this live, I'm calling him. Because he's been MIA. He's my video guy, and that's why I haven't done that. And options, I get that question a lot. How come I don't trade options over Forex? And it's because I wasn't introduced to options. I was introduced to Forex first, and that's just what I gravitated to. So I think whichever one I came across my desk first, that's what I would have went to. So it just so happens that Forex was first in line. So how do someone send you apparel? Just send me a DM. So we'll talk about it. What is the one thing you would do differently from when you first started? I would have never done swing trading. I would have just scalped because I wouldn't have lost so much money trying to swing. Still catching up on your YouTube lives. Couldn't join live because of work, so I watch them after work. Sometimes I take days to fully go through and learn your breakdowns. Love it. The information is there. Take it all in. What tips do you have to master price actions? You study. That's it. Study the charts. Is your life what you envisioned or better now that Forex has freed you from your regular job? It's pretty much what I envisioned. Pretty much. I was self-employed before, guys. I didn't have as much free time as then, but I was self-employed before, so it's not anything new to me. What's the craziest things you've witnessed as a cop? We don't have enough time on this live for that. Your video guy is in love? Yeah. He's on vacation with his girlfriend right now. I'm about to call him right now. What does your schedule look like now? I already answered that. Forex is way better than options. That's what I'm hearing. Because options, I don't know if you can buy and sell the same way that you can trading Forex. I don't know much of anything about options, honestly. So trading in the zone is good. Am I able to sign up for your signals if I know nothing about trading? If you know nothing about trading, no. Don't sign up for nobody's signals if you don't know anything about trading. Don't do it. Options is low-key trash because of Greeks that data kills profits. I don't know. Do you stack trades when they're going against you or when they're going in your favor? Depends. Most likely they're going in my favor. I'm about to change my shift to night shift so I can trade New York. There you go. You might be tired though, because I dealt with that. I was very tired. Very tired. New York was killing me. Eyes burning. You want to go to sleep so bad. Whew. Trust me, I felt it. Thank you for the live trading session this morning. Please approve my request. I want to say hi. This is not the live for that, guys. You can say hi to me right here. Hi. But I'm not going to be on here very long. I just came on to share some gems with you guys. Pretty excited about trading with you guys tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun today. So, should be good. Oh! What up? My video guy is on here. Guys, get on him. John Legend Jr. That's him right there. Guys, get on him and tell him he's the reason why I have been putting out no videos, because I don't have my guy. Yes, I'm throwing you under the bus. Everybody jump on John Legend. Tell him to get his butt back here. His girlfriend will be all right. Tell him I need some work done, some content. Just kidding. I love you, baby. Miss you. Hope you're having fun out there. Damn, why the options? Hey, if you're patient, you can trade options. Yeah, options are the same thing. Your boy need to get back on it, John. They're coming after you. And his name is John Legend, guys, Jr., because he looks just like John Legend. Literally, he looks just like John Legend. He sings like him, too. He sings like John Legend. What's the craziest, most expensive material thing you would love to buy? Island, aircraft, or submarine? I wouldn't buy neither one of those. I don't know. Craziest thing I'd buy? I don't know. I really want a jet ski. I just don't have anywhere to park it. So that's why I haven't bought one yet. But I don't have no crazy things I want to buy. That's fine. I'm good with that. I'm good. How much could someone spend to be your apprentice for a few weeks? Nothing. Just get my course and you'll be my student for life. That's it. John, we have a beating for you. They're coming for you. They coming. Boy, if you don't get it. Oh, you guys are funny. If you don't get her shit done. Oh, what country are you in? I'm in America. United States of America. Lambo Scarf, you don't spell my name right. Charlene, did you see how US 30 went down today? Yes, I put it on market manipulation because if I was fundamental, I would have known. I lost 2K today on US 30. US 30 was clean, guys. It was a clean move, okay? Let me show you guys. How do I flip this around? Like this, all right? US 30 was clean today, all right? If we look here, this is US 30 on the 1 hour, right? I was looking for buys this morning, right? I was looking for price to hold this level right here and to look for buys. But if price did not hold this area, guess what? I was looking for the sell. I wasn't on the charts this morning, so I wasn't able to catch it. But if you look closely here, US 30 dropped, broke out of this consolidation area in a breakout area. It retested beautifully. Look at that nice retest right there. Right where my circle is, look at that. That is a clean retest. Candle closes below. Next candle just dumps. This is not a trade for you to have lost. This was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup. All I was waiting for was confirmation because I was in buys from over here, right? I was in the buys from here. Price came down, activated, then pushed. I was in profit. And then price came down, hit my stop loss, and knocked me out. That's okay. Price was holding this area. Holding. As long as price held, buys. All I was waiting for was bullish confirmation to tell me that price was ready to push. If I didn't get that bullish confirmation, guess what? I'm just waiting. There was no entry here until price broke this area of support. And then it retested so nicely here and then it just dropped. No reason to have taken a loss on this trade, guys. No reason. This was the cleanest US 30 setup I've seen in a while. All right, guys? Don't complicate trading. Keep it simple. That was US 30. Okay? People that should not have lost on that trade. If you were holding buys, your stop loss should have been right up under that zone. So you shouldn't have lost a lot. You know what I mean? It wasn't hard, guys. Come on. But if you lost, it's okay. It's okay. You learn from it. You move on. Come back next day and do it all over again. Okay? You learn from your mistakes. That's what trading is about. It's about learning. You're not perfect. None of us are perfect. We take losses all the time. Okay? You'll make that 2K back. Don't worry about it. You'll make it right back. Especially on US 30. You'll make it back. Blessings today. Busy. Get some rest. Yeah. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go change, take a shower, and I'm going to go watch some fat people on TV, laugh my ass off, and go to sleep. Charlene, definitely my favorite female trader. Thank you. Do you reduce your lot size for your next position once you are in drawdown? Nah, it depends. Beautiful setup on it. Yeah, that was a clean setup. I'm telling you guys, that move happened at 9:30, literally 10 o'clock, right after we stopped the session. Right after. That would have been so nice to catch, man. That would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade today. Your thoughts on an account management service? Not for me. I'm good. I'd rather manage my own money. I don't want to manage nobody else's money. Is $100 account good for a student? If you're trading 0.01s, sure. Can you look at NAS 100? I don't trade that pair, so I don't even have it on my watch list. Sorry. Move over. Gold is setting up to do the same thing US 30 did. I'm watching. Look at how gold flew, guys. Gold flew. AU flew. Got to love it. Yeah, today was beautiful. Today was beautiful trading day. Tomorrow, we'll see if tomorrow is any better. Ugh, my neck is killing me. How come you don't trade NAS? I just don't. Have you ever tried to learn ICT concepts before? I know of the strategy. I know of it. But to me, it's just a fancy way of saying supply and demand trading, honestly. So, GU moved nicely today, did it? Where? GU is in the same spot we left it in this morning. Where? I don't know. I don't see nothing on GU. So, how much do you make trading US 30? What kind of question is that? Do you trade live under an LLC? One of my trading accounts is under my LLC. The others are under my personal. You guys, I love this filter. This filter got me looking like a whole model out here. So, any thoughts on prop firms? You can watch the podcast that I just did when it comes out on YouTube. I will promote it on my channel so everybody can see it. What's the most liberating thing about becoming a profitable trader? Becoming a profitable trader. Answer your own question. Could you demonstrate some supply and demand zones, please? Not on this live. You're a whole model out here. You're so pretty. I love your hair. Aw, thank you. Thank you, guys. But I'm not going to be here too much longer. I'm tired. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go take a shower and relax for a little. I have been sitting at this desk now for 8 hours. So, I'm tired. Some of you must be some new followers because you're asking me stuff that I already answered. Do you trade smart money? No. You guys see me yawning? See that? Tired? GU, EU, which is more consistent of your setup? Everything. Do you watch or follow the unfortunate events of Ukraine? Has it affected the market since it's the beginning? I don't think it's affected the markets, but it is very sad what's going on over there. Hope you booked that massage for your neck. Oh! I did forget. I forgot to book that. Oh, man. Yeah, I forgot to book that. Okay, darn it. Oh, I forgot to, yeah. You know what? I'm going to write it down so I remember to do it tomorrow. Hello, Charlene. I'm up 1,700 on GU as I speak. That's awesome. That's awesome. Still not sleeping well? Here and there. Is US 30 on your radar? I'm kind of salty on US 30 because since we missed that move today, but there'll be more setups. Get some rest or yawning? Yeah, I'm tired. I'm late. You're a cop currently or you quit? Where you been at, man? Where you been at? I quit. Why did you say AU gives more than gold? When did I say that? How do you balance not overextending yourself when it comes to helping others? Oh, you know what? It's tough. It's tough. I'm not very good at it. I spread myself very thin. Not very good at it at all. So. What are your non-negotiables in trading? You guys, my brain is so fried right now. I'm so sorry. I might have to end this live because I'm about to knock out here. Did you get that amazing monitor for your setup? No, I didn't because somebody that I'm close to told me not to get it. It's not as great as it's cracked up to be, so I didn't get it. Are you posting this on your IG? Sure. Is 2% a week good? It's up to you. I don't know what your goal is. Oh boy. Oof, tired. Good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all trying to tell me to get off here. Charlene, do you speak Spanish? A little. I don't. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I'm so tired. Sorry. Just jump on the live session tomorrow, guys. I'll be more wide awake to answer your questions. I'm going to take off here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace and love. Y'all have a good night, and I'm out.